Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between.
Hey kids, welcome back.
Welcome.
We are
Just a little, not high.
No, but we've been smoking some really good kush here. Brandon, what are we smoking today?
Oh, today we got a fantastic mix of Granddaddy Purple and Cherry Pie, which creates Phantom Cookies.
Phantom Cookies. We've been smoking that, but Brandon just said something. I just hit it right when we got the vaporizer going, and he said it's spicy, and that's exactly what you get. It's a cinnamony note.
Yeah, just like a hint of it.
A very hint of cinnamon, and that's what burns.
You know what's crazy? The top reported thing this is supposed to maybe relieve, ADHD or ADD.
I could see that.
And then after that, it's like anxiety, arthritis, chronic pain, depression, fatigue.
Dude, my hands are actually feeling pretty good. That's
yeah.
good.
So I've been riding, and my hands are a little sore because it's
Yeah, you haven't been riding for a long time.
4 years,
Yeah.
And I couldn't just do like a small ride after I got it.
No, you had to go on a big ride.
Yeah, so I went on Guardsman's Pass, which was like 2 hours, which is great. That's not a massive ride, but it was a good ride. And then today I did Nebo Loop this morning, which was 2.5 hours, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
My hands feel better today than yesterday, but I've been so impressed. My back doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah, it's a really
riding.
good pain strain, right? It's a sativa-dominant hybrid. It says it's like pretty high in CBD, so that could be the contributing factor of helping with pain and inflammation. I do like the flavor, though, right, from a vaporizer. Yeah. It has, like, at the very first, like, when it's hitting the lower temperatures and it's releasing certain types of terpenes.
Ooh.
Whoa, that was spicy.
Yeah.
But it tasted like a cinnamon stick.
Like way down in your throat, kind of spicy.
It's still spicy.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is different.
Yeah. It's supposed to have a lot of citrusy notes. Maybe it's more in the smell that it gets that. I mean, it does come from Granddaddy Perp and Cherry Pie, so you would think there would be some fruity notes.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like...
Let's take a whiff. Oh, there's definitely some sweet in that.
You know, it's really cool. Remember when we used to read off some of the reviews of a strain?
Oh, they used to have some hilarious reviews.
This is a pretty good one. It says, "Love this strain. Erased my horrendous anxiety. Made me really happy and energetic, but not too energetic.
Yeah.
I still felt relaxed and could binge watch Ancient Aliens. This strain also seems to make my workouts extra awesome too. More endurance. Awesome strain."
Yeah, I could see that. It is like a good enough strain to go do a workout or read or watch something or work. This is a pretty solid feel, honestly. Wow, I'm whistling.
Phantom Cookies. So is this an out-of-stater?
Yeah, this is definitely a legacy market product. It's really mild. As far as crazy euphoria and stuff, THC usually is between like 15 and 20% on this strain, so it's not crazy high. But I do find a lot of the strains that have really low THC often have higher other cannabinoid, like CBG, CBD, CBN, something else that it's gone towards. So that makes a lot of sense with this one having high CBD.
Well, and typically within this strain, you're going to find caryophyllene is the most dominant, which is very peppery. That spice, even the cloves kind of gives you the sense of cinnamon as well, right? And but that actually makes sense, you know. Like spicy things can actually help with pain management. So they've done that, yeah, where you release endorphins when your mouth is burning.
So if your back hurts, eat a couple ghost peppers.
Well, I mean, yeah, because, you know, it's like somebody going over there going, "Oh, my hand hurts." "Oh, your hand hurts?" And I'm poking in the eye going,
yeah.
"Oh, what the fuck?" Like, does your hand hurt anymore?
Right?
Like, well, my eye's all fucked up. Yeah, your hand's great now. You know, so it's usually that. But
my hands hurt. Well, now your back's going to hurt because you just got landscaping duty.
Anybody else's back hurt? I didn't think so. But the great thing, you can tell with this one, like the caryophyllene and the amount would be negligible based upon the grower, but limonene is the next one. And limonene has always been that mood enhancer. That's why I like limonene so much, is when I feel really like frustrated. Lemonene's always been like my go-to. That's why sativas were always my go-to, because that's pretty dominant.
You get that a lot in there.
But then you get the other
pinene.
one. You get the myrcene, right? You get the earthy, herbal, musky type stuff. And that's actually like the aftertaste is very kind of like musky.
It's a unique flavor.
Extremely. And even other ones, like some growers have reported having pinene, osamine, and linalool in there as well. And that they all kind of have similar effects. But man, that's peppery. It's really peppery.
It does give you not like clicky cotton mouth, but definitely
it's just dry. A little more of like around like the teeth, not like if my tongue a little bit, but it's like the tip of my tongue, not my entire tongue.
It's a weird sensation.
It is very strange, but it's more of an aware strain. Like this is something that you're going to be able to. This is a wake and baker. For sure. This would be great for a wake and bake, especially if you got some shit you got to get done, right? Grass is getting a little long. Right?
Yeah. Touch some grass before you go touch some grass.
Yeah. Brandon said that last night. He goes, I had to go touch some grass. I said, you had to touch some ass? Yeah, that usually makes me feel better too.
Working on stuff. Touch some grass, touch some ass. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah, everybody's a winner. No, this is a, this is a California strain if I'm cool.
It's a California strain.
So I've never seen that around here in Utah.
So it's more predominantly like Colorado, Nevada, Utah, not yet, but more West Coast, Pacific Northwest. You might find it out elsewhere. If you guys have tried phantom cookies in your area, let us know.
I've always thought about Oklahoma was kind of like a unique time when they went rec, because it kind of turned into the Wild West out there.
Oh my God, it was. Yeah, right? It was a crazy Wild West.
And it was nuts. Like I don't know if they still do. They had drive-through.
Oh.
You could get infused drinks.
That makes sense, because I want to say there were a couple states, Oklahoma might have been one of them, but in the Midwest, that they had drive-throughs where you could get alcohol just in the drive-through. And I got this giant ass margarita that was like a 44-ounce margarita for like $6, and it was strong. I'm guessing it was bottom shelf or like shit on tap.
It's like that Sandra Lee when she's like making drinks, stuff like that, and she goes, just use a shot of vodka, glug, 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 glug. And then you see the guy like falling down the stairs. Dude, I saw her make one. She's like, the caption reads above it, goes, this is how I like my coffee. It's in this massive like fucking, it looks like a wine glass / fish bowl.
Jeez.
And she's got coffee up to this point. And then she pours in rum. And then
Bailey's.
liquor. Yeah, Bailey's. And she goes, oh, and it's really good. She pours herself a large cup of it. I'm just like, God, it's a coffee. It reminds me of my grandmother. When I was a young kid, my grandpa died. We went out to mass. I saw my grandmother out there. They weren't married, and this woman, I never saw her without a cigarette.
Really?
Never saw her without a cigarette.
Huh?
Or
a drink.
Yeah, but it was usually it was a screwdriver. She would put in about, say, a glass about this tall. She put about that much vodka and about that much orange juice. Just for color. And she would just sip on that with ice in the backyard.
You know what? That was me when I was drinking heavily, was I would have drinks like that where it was a lot of alcohol and a little bit of flavor. And yeah, I don't know.
Dude, the worst vodka I ever had was this one chick I was situationship with, and she goes, oh, I got you this vodka. And it was black.
The vodka was black, or the handle?
Vodka was black.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck? She goes, yeah, it's made with blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, the thought just made me think I was drinking sludge.
Yeah, I've never seen black vodka.
And I used to like Bloody Marys whenever...
You don't? Oh, you don't drink, though.
I used to enjoy like vodka and all that, but I used to like
the
a
really,
Bloody Mary.
really spicy Bloody Marys with lots of garnishings, like bacon
So
and olives
good.
and
Yeah.
all this stuff. Those ones I like. The ones that it's like a V8 with some celery on top, I'm like, Hard pass.
Yeah.
This tastes like shit.
You ever had a highball?
Probably. It sounds familiar.
Tomato juice with beer?
Oh, no. No.
And sometimes they put a raw egg in there?
Hard no.
Yeah. That's a red eye. What? Irish car bomb?
I've had that. I was talking yesterday with my friend, and it was like, she was saying that the liquor store out in Saratoga has so many like sweet flavored vodka or liquors. And I was like, that makes perfect sense because the people who are drinking out here are Mormons.
Oh, yeah.
Or like those who are just getting into drinking. And most of those, I remember when I started drinking, that's what I drank too, was really shitty alcohol. Now I wouldn't touch the stuff with like a 10-foot pole.
No, it'd have to be really good. Like I remember the last time I got fucked up was when I worked for a medical product company. So
that's been
they sent me to San Francisco for a medical conference, and I went with the entire sales team, and it was the most pathetic show we've ever
attended.
Oh gosh, dude! Like this is a show where you need to spend at least $200,000 on your booth. Like in order for people to see you, you have to do that. What do they give us? A fucking pop-up. And I used to sell these things called ambits because I was the head of marketing and sales. I was the VP of sales and the head of marketing, but it was this thing. It was about this big. And the only thing you can compare it to, which every nurse would say to me, is, that looks like a vibrator.
That's when you go, it is. It doubles. That's why it's battery operated.
We had a bunch of different color ones at the event. They're on there. And this lady comes by and she goes, what the hell is this? It was a nurse. And I'm like, oh, these are scratch and sniff vibrators. That one's cherry. That's grape. That's lime.
They're scratch and lick vibrators.
Dude, she lost her shit. And she was like, what is this? I said, it's an ambulatory pump. And she goes like, what? And I said, well, you got a ball. This is what they'll send you home with, a ball of pain meds. And it has a pump attached to it. And this is all the medication that you're going to get. But it's going to slowly drip it out into your system. So you're not going to be high, but you're going to be without pain.
That's nice. Yeah.
People like that, but they also like getting fucked up.
Yeah.
So what they will do is they'll pop it open and fucking drink it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fucked up, right? So you'll have, you can have an ambulatory pump these guys have that would move the medicine no matter what. And so a lot of it would be like a wound vac. They got a vacuum over here. You could be able to hook up that kind of pump to it, and it will just circulate. It wasn't that impressive, though. It was really dated. But I got the job there because I was actually hired as an outside marketing consultant. And she was like, you're awesome. You should work here. And I'm like, really? And I said, yeah, but I'm working with Pete. And she's like, yeah, but that's a little marketing thing. You can still do that. Come work for us. And that's when I got the job, and I was like, fuck.
When you just started smoking.
Yeah, for like 30 days.
Yep.
Because she was like,
Were we in the show at that time?
Oh, no. We were smoking. But, speaking of, if you ever have that ever come up, and I don't know if it would anymore because, it's Schedule 3 now. So.
I know. So but there are still some industries that people are testing regularly for their jobs. And so our study buddy, Synthetics 5, codes below, plus all our other favorite goodies, stores in Bickle. We don't mention them all the time, but we use this all the time. We love it. The Volcano is fantastic. This is the Volcano Hybrid. Yeah, all our codes below.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But anyways, like, to go back into the strain, man, one thing that I really like about it is the clarity, but just the ease. I feel like, especially if you were an anxious person, there's no tightness in the chest whatsoever. Which is...
Jesse's got a little movement within his feet, but I feel like it's not hopping and skipping like
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my foot's like...
It's not dead in the water like some strains, but it is like settled down.
There are some strains where it just goes...
Isn't it crazy when that happens and you're just like, well, I am so relaxed. Like,
I can't move. Yeah, those...
Not with
it's rare now. It's super rare. Like, I've been eating these 50s.
Yeah.
And I was trying to kid myself. I had 30 and I didn't feel shit. And I'm like, Jesse. But I am older now, so I have been smoking for a while.
It's true. Yeah, I was just thinking about my dosing because I'm popping 200 milligrams at least 5 days a week. And that's all at once. But then after like 3 hours, I don't feel anything at all. And all the pain is back. So it's just a short-term stint, but milligrams.
We need to do a day where we chill and we just make a fuck ton of edibles. Like we used to. Like make our chocolates and the gummies. Dude, people used to love my gummies. When I gift that to people.
Right?
Well, I loved it. I would make I'm like, dude, you got to put these in the fridge. They will spoil.
I want to make Jolly Ranchers again.
Oh, fuck
or
yeah.
Or like make them into suckers because I was watching Weeds, and when the guy goes into the town where he gets the pharmacy, like gets his med stuff, he's like, oh, I got all these suckers and all this other shit. I was like, suckers?
Dude, we get the molds at Walmart. They have the sticks and the little packs that you can use a hairdryer just to,
wrap it up.
And then just write the milligram.
Yep. I know.
That would be so cool. We need to do that because that would be amazing. You think for camping?
Yep.
You think for going to a game?
Yep. Going to your parents or in-laws? Mm-hmm. You know, you might need a whole bag of suckers.
Going to the bathroom?
Yep. Going to the kitchen?
Yeah.
Going shopping?
Scratching your ass.
Going to the mall? Yep.
You're like, man, could really go for sucker right now.
Maybe just wash your hand first.
No. Who has time for that?
Lick it before you stick it.
You just took it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, this is it's a good strain. Honestly,
Phantom cookies.
Great starter strain. Honestly, it's a good even not starter strain. Just
if you are a little bit more experienced to cannabis, have a bit of what they call a tolerance. If you have that, just smoke a little more.
And that usually works.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's a really happy high. Completely recommend. It goes with anything. And the last thing is that no munchies. I don't feel hungry.
No,
not at all.
I don't either.
And that's nice because sometimes, especially those indica strains, they always make me fucking hungry.
Yeah, I hate when I'm snacky from a strain, unless I'm actually like mealtime or something, and then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I hate just being snacky to be snacky. So, I don't know. Hey guys, love you.
Take care.